Good day. Hope you're doing well. Often I've been asked the question of, what do you mean when you say make moves, not announcements? And I wanted to share what I mean by that. Make moves, not announcement is not anything new. Sometimes you've seen people say, make moves, not excuses. Excuses don't get results, like my trainer would say. But make moves, not announcement is simply a better way of saying, don't talk about it, be about it. You know people like I know people who are always telling you what they're going to do this time next year, this time next month. If they had more money, what they would be doing. Make moves, not announcements is simply you not broadcasting prematurely things that you're doing. It's the work that you're doing beneath the surface that many don't see you doing, don't know that you're doing. But at some point, beneath the surface will come above the surface and they'll see it. They'll assume that you're new to the scene. They'll assume that you arrived for the first time. They don't know that you've been putting in the days and the weeks and the months and the years of sacrifice and grinding. Make moves, not announcement is how I govern myself. Not to prematurely tell people things that either you believe in God for, things that you're working toward in business or personally, but it's you putting in the work. Because here is the reality. If you make the moves and you make those moves properly, the moves themselves will announce it for you. It has a way of telling the story. There are things in my life that I've been fortunate and blessed enough to be able to do that I didn't tell people I was doing them, but it got announced. It was broadcast. People heard about it, and not because I went on a campaign to tell everyone, but because it was known, because fruit has a way of revealing itself. Make moves, not announcements, is how I govern myself. And I encourage you to join this campaign where you spend less time telling people what you're going to do and you spend more time actually doing it, so that when you do it, there is something worth conversing about. That's what make moves, not announcements is. It's a governance. It is you committing that you're not going to waste your time in conversations that aren't fruitful, but you're going to spend that energy and that time building yourself up, allowing God to build you up, allowing yourself to put in the necessary work so that when it's time for it to be known, there's actually something to talk about. It frustrates me to talk to people who say things like, if I had more time. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have 7 days in a week. We all get the same calendar. It's how you manage what you're given. It's how you handle what you've been given. It's time out for assuming that someone else was given more time than you. No, they just handled it differently and better. When I was in college, the best years of my 4 years of college was my latter 2 years, which was my junior and senior year, because I worked a full-time job and was a full-time student. I didn't have a lot of time to waste. And so I had to learn how to do proper time management. And I will tell you that academically, I did much better because I wasn't wasting my time going to things that were not toward my ultimate goals and desires. I knew I had to get up the next morning and go to work before class. And so I knew I couldn't be out late at night just playing around in the streets. I knew that when I came home from work, I had to study for my classes the next day. And when I was in class, I knew that I had to make sure I was attentive because once class was over, I had a short period of time before I had to get to work. And so I became very disciplined. That same discipline that helped me the latter 2 years of my college years have still propelled me today. Now listen, I am a man of faith. I believe in the sovereignty of God. And so I will never take credit for what I know God has done. But he taught me through those times things that still are relevant today. That's make moves, not announcements. Is you not wasting your time in conversations that aren't fruitful toward the ultimate outcome. Is you not talking about it, but you're being about it. I encourage you to join the campaign that I'm on. And it's simply this: make moves, not announcements. God bless.